Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson Football Channel. To be quite honest, I just want this whole thing to just keep playing out for as long as we possibly can. So every little update that we get about Moises Caicedo will be celebrated with the utmost passion, determination to just believe that Chelsea can go on and win the Premier League, because we've spent £1 billion nearly under Todd Boehly and Clear Lake Capital. So if we don't win it now, then aren't we just bloody awful? That's what the rivals will say. That's what other fans will say. We don't care. Moises Caicedo, he must be very fit, you know, because you know what he did? He passed the medical at Chelsea Football Club, didn't he? Excellent news. It's always nice when you get the here we go, that the club has agreed the deal with the club, the buying club, Chelsea, agreed the deal with Caicedo. We've known that for ages. But when the medical is passed, it just hits that extra level of like, right, all right, well, there's no more things that can hold this up. He's a Chelsea player. See you at Cobham. He's going to be chilling in the ice baths with the boys, talking about how Liverpool couldn't get the ball off of 64% possession. Chelsea in the game against Liverpool. Moises Caicedo's medical is completed. He is officially a Chelsea player. And if, like me, you've enjoyed this saga, hit the like button on this video and subscribe to GBFC if you are new around here and haven't already done so. We can start looking forward now to West Ham versus Chelsea on Sunday. West Ham will not want to be playing Chelsea right now after what they saw yesterday from Pochettino's team. But as well as that, Chelsea with Caicedo, it's just a different level. When you bring in a player of that magnitude, when you spend that much money, and Chelsea know that this position was so important, it will now elevate everybody around him. There's a lot of belief in this Chelsea squad right now that we can go on and do something this season, and I firmly expect us to do that, whether it's top 4, title challenge. Don't get mad at me, all right, in the comments. I'm riding this wave of positive injection, and until Chelsea start losing week after week, we should do the same. A lot of you have also said you haven't had a smile on your face, George, this big in a Chelsea video since you won the Champions League, and you are bloody well correct. I'll tell you that one for free. We move to discuss the news regarding Romeo Lavia. The current updates on this situation are that Southampton believe that the deal is close. Romeo Lavia didn't even feature in the squad for Southampton in their incredible 4-4 draw against Norwich on Saturday because Romeo Lavia's mind was not in the right place. I would not discount Liverpool here from this story and this saga for Lavia, because Liverpool are now desperate. Jurgen Klopp will have looked at the way that Chelsea's midfield got the better of Liverpool yesterday due to what looked like a bit of an imbalance in Liverpool's midfield, having too many attackers, asking too many attack-minded players to do defensive roles. And as a result of that, I do expect today or tomorrow or whatever, or already, Liverpool will make a move to sign Romeo Lavia, because if they don't, I don't really know what they're going to do about having Alexis McAllister kind of wasted as a 6. Curtis Jones, is he really a 6? Thiago, does he have the legs to still do that at Liverpool now? I wouldn't be so sure. Southampton's position on this one is a deal is getting close with Chelsea. Until Liverpool make this dramatic again and start coming in late with new offers, that would make things interesting. And I think because Romeo Lavia has already kind of said that he would like to go to Anfield, he knew about Liverpool's interest before. Chelsea have always been interested. Is it going to be the Joe Shields impact at Chelsea, having worked with Lavia, spoken a lot with Lavia in dialogue over the course of the end of last week? Is that going to be the key point that gets Chelsea what would, in my opinion, be the biggest midfield double swoop in transfer history? Chelsea's rebuild would be more than complete. We'd have more questions about why have we bought so many players? We have also got some massive news here regarding Chelsea agreeing a deal for around £45 million with Crystal Palace to sign Michael Olise. What is this club doing? We are absolutely going berserk. And as much as I'm saying, like, FFP, like, let's not worry about it for now. Let's just, like, allow the excitement to take over as fans. But 45 million for Olise, 55 million for Lavia. That's 100 million for those two and 15 million for Moises Caicedo. Chelsea now agreeing deals with Palace for Michael Olise. This is the kind of player that we need. And I think this may be absolutely proves that Conor Gallagher's going to be sold, because I think now, if Chelsea do buy Olise for 45 million, whether we sign Lavia or not, there still has to surely be some sales here within this squad for us to be able to facilitate these kind of investments. This is incredible that Chelsea are moving the way that we're moving. The ambition that is being shown right now at this football club is absolutely massive. When it comes to these incoming players, when I thought about this rebuild, right, at the beginning of this summer, the end of last season, it was so flipping obvious that we needed to do something massive, borderline dramatic. Sell half the flipping team, we said, when we did that series of the tier list of who we're going to keep, who we're going to sell, how the squad looks. But blimey, Michael Olise now is looking close to joining Chelsea Football Club. This is absolutely bonkers. Lavia, Olise, let me know your thoughts on these two in the comments down below. That would complete Chelsea's midfield. You've got an attacking midfielder in there, and you've also got Lavia, who can be that defensive midfielder. Incredible backup, if not part of a midfield three. Pochettino has made it so obvious that he wants reinforcements in the attacking areas. And I think he would absolutely have the backing of the board. If Pochettino was to go to Bowley and all of the guys, Winstanley, Stewart now, and say, look, you know what? Caicedo's enough, yeah? We don't need to get Romeo Lavia because we're pretty desperate up top. And are we getting close to FFP? How much do we have to work with here? What's the kind of quality that we can afford in those final areas? I don't think Chelsea would be going out of their way to try and sign Romeo Lavia as intently as we are now and have been over this weekend if there wasn't funds available within a diligent approach to FFP for attacking midfielders, maybe striker as well. Chelsea need it. We are going to be really low on numbers in the attacking third. Defence sorted, midfield beyond sorted if Chelsea get this deal done for Romeo Lavia. What do you think is going to happen? Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. We move to discuss Kepa Arrizabalaga. Kepa in Madrid today in order to complete his move to Real Madrid on loan with no option to buy clause back to Chelsea in June 2024. Real Madrid want to unveil Kepa by Tuesday if all goes to plan. By Tuesday means it should be Monday, right? Tuesday probably the latest. We've seen how transfer sagas should have been done by now, and then it's not now, it's a bit later. Whatever. Kepa is gone. Robert Sanchez is now the Chelsea number one. It's another developing story that we could see over the course of the next few days when Caicedo being signed has kind of died down, when we know the outcome of the Romeo Lavia deal. Is it that's Chelsea? Is it to Liverpool? Is it someone else? Maybe Chelsea do re-enter the goalkeeping market. I do think it would be for a number two, and I think we probably go down the route of a slightly older goalkeeper that would be happy to wait for his turn if Sanchez has a dip in form. I don't think this summer at least we're going to be looking for an expensive number one, a Diogo Costa, a Mike Maignan, a Donnarumma, one of these guys. And I think that's the thing, right? Chelsea right now spending all of this money on the midfield has set the midfield up for the next 10 years. Doing that with the defence that we've already done. We have got so much quality and depth all over that back line that Chelsea don't need midfield investments, defence investments. Of course, some of the moves might be massive flops and not work. But I think the quality that we're bringing in suggests that this isn't going to be the case. So Chelsea have set ourselves up here with all of these young players that we've got right now in the Strasbourg team. Angelo, if Sterling isn't it, Angelo comes in next year. There's a lot going on right now at Chelsea, and I strongly believe that the club know what they're doing. We now discuss Marc Cucurella. It broke on Monday morning that Newcastle are currently looking at a potential loan move to see Marc Cucurella at Newcastle United. For me, this is a good idea. I think Chelsea are going to struggle this summer to sell Marc Cucurella. We're going to struggle because last year, when you look at what we paid for him, he's on good money, but at the same time, Chelsea bought Cucurella because we thought he was going to be a lot better than he was. Newcastle, on that left side of their defence, Cucurella possibly starts for them at left back. So Chelsea therefore don't have to sell Cucurella. He gets minutes in the Champions League. We get to see Cucurella playing against really good opponents in the Premier League. Is it one of those where we sell Cucurella on, not sell, if we loan Cucurella to Newcastle, it fills a gap at Newcastle, a team that we are trying to challenge. So therefore, if Chelsea want to get rid of Cucurella, but Newcastle only want a loan, if we really want to get rid of him, there's got to be an obligation to buy. And that number's got to be high. But then there's also a chance that Cucurella goes to Newcastle and actually performs at the level that we saw at Brighton that Chelsea wanted him to perform at when we bought him. With Cucurella, it's an interesting one. If it was me, I would consider a sale because I think Ian Maatsen is a more than good enough backup to Ben Chilwell. Lewis Hall's gone on loan. So now, when we were looking before at having 4 competent players for that left-back position, Chilwell, Maatsen, Hall and Cucurella, now that Hall has gone on loan to Palace for the season, I think that is going to make Chelsea more reluctant to potentially accept a loan deal to Newcastle for Marc Cucurella, because all of a sudden, Ben Chilwell gets another injury, which we absolutely know frequently happens since he's been a Chelsea player. Then you're relying on Ian Maatsen. And as good as Ian Maatsen was at Burnley, as good as Ian Maatsen was in pre-season, there is no guarantee at the levels that Chelsea are trying to attain this season, which is a title challenge. That's what we're believing in right now. That's what we're striving for at least. At least the players are, so why aren't we? If Ian Maatsen can't sustain that over a season, then Chelsea might regret loaning Marc Cucurella to a Champions League competing rival. However, I've said I'd sell him all summer long. Things have happened since. Hall's gone on loan, so I would be a bit more cautious now. Normally, a couple of weeks ago, if I'd have been like, someone's in for Cucurella, I'd be like, it's okay, he can go. But now, I would be very cautious. Chelsea need to be careful here. Maybe we also need to raise funds by selling. So is there going to be a suitor to buy Marc Cucurella? I don't think there will be. A loan could be the best possible option. But anyway, Caicedo's medical is done. Cucurella could move to Newcastle. And it's adios to Kepa Arrizabalaga. If you did enjoy this Chelsea news update, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to GBFC if you are new around here and haven't already done so. And who knows when the next video will be. So much has happened and it could be any time. So make sure those notifications are turned on. Come on, you Blues.